already know this video is going to piss people off. Those of you who it doesn't piss off, it's going to make some people feel targeted. For those of you who don't feel targeted, some of y'all going to feel like I just didn't need to say any of this. And for those of you who feel like I didn't need to say any of this, don't watch my video. Bab Squad, it's your girl BreeAngelique, and I am back with another video. We just gonna be kicking back, and I'm just gonna be talking to y'all about Greek life and these denouncing videos and these people that haven't finished their processes and are bashing Greek life videos. Like, I need to speak on it as a person who is actually a proud member of my Black Greek letter sorority, of my NPHC sorority, okay? I'm gonna make this disclaimer real quick. I am not bragging about my experience. I am not speaking officially on behalf of my sorority. That's number 2. And I am not taking shots at anyone. I'm not taking shots at anybody. So if you find yourself watching this video and you feel like I'm targeting you, I'm not. So I don't know what to tell you. So if you guys wanna know more about my opinions on Greek life, keep on watching. Boom. What is the Divine Nine? You guys have probably heard it. Oh, the Divine Nine. Oh, the Divine Nine. Or, oh, the Divine Nine. The Divine Nine. But I'm here to tell you what it is. The Divine Nine is actually legally referred to as the NPHC. And the NPHC stands for the National Pan-Hellenic Council. The NPHC consists of 9 Black Greek letter organizations. What is a Black Greek letter organization? It is an organization that is historically Black. They are Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated, and Iota Phi Theta Fraternity Incorporated. Those are the 9 organizations that make up the BGLOs, the Divine Nine, the NPHC, whatever you want to call them. That's them. I haven't said all that straight through in so long. Our organizations were created so that people of color could come together in universities and have a support system. They also wanted to reach out. They also wanted to reach out to the community that was living in that area, the respective areas of where they, where they were founded. They wanted to reach out that community and help that community and help uplift them and each other, okay? So that is a little bit of the history of the NPHC, why all these organizations exist. Obviously, each organization has its own and unique, rich, amazing history on its own, but that's a little bit of a blanket history lesson, okay? Our sororities and fraternities are a lifelong bond and a lifelong commitment. There are other councils of Greek life where it stops when your undergrad situation ends. This is not that. I've told you a little bit about what Greek life is, and now I'm going to tell you a little bit about what it's not, okay? Greek life is not a place for the lost to find themselves. It's not. It's not a place for the lost to find themselves. You need to have a clear understanding, at least somewhat, of who you are as an individual man or woman before you try to join an organization, one of these organizations. These organizations are meant to have like-minded people come together and grow together. So if you don't know who you are, first of all, I don't know how you're choosing an organization, but once you do choose the organization, you may find that this actually wasn't for you. And it's, like I said, for life. So Greek life, the Divine Nine, the NPHC, the BGLOs are not for the people who don't know who they are. Our sororities and fraternities are not cults. Our sororities and fraternities are not instant clout makers. Our sororities and fraternities are not temporary. Our sororities and fraternities are not an identity maker. Our sororities and fraternities are not a religion. In and of itself, it is not a religion. Our sororities and fraternities are about more than just stepping, strolling, and partying. And our sororities and fraternities are absolutely about more than just getting attention. So, now that I have gotten that serious topic out of the way, let's talk about what you should do before you decide you are interested in a sorority or fraternity and after you are interested in a sorority or fraternity, okay? So before you're interested in a sorority or fraternity, you have noticed either the colors or you know some of the people in it, or you have family connections to the sorority or the fraternity, and now it's in your head. Like, it's in your head and you're thinking about it. Okay, so now what's next? Now you do your research. You want to research all of the sororities or fraternities because you want to know what all of your options are. You want to know what makes each one different. You want to know what resonates with you the most. You cannot know which is for you until you've looked at all of them, period. I knew I wanted to be in my sorority since middle school. So even knowing that, I still did all the research into the other 3 sororities as well because I wanted to know what are the differences between the Divine 9 sororities, you know? Like, that's something I didn't know until I researched. So do your research thoroughly. Don't do no half-butted research. Do your full-on research, okay? Research is very important. Now that you've done your research, it's time to be real about what you want. You know, it's time to be real about what you want, real about who you are, and real about, you know, is this something that is a good idea for me? Is this something that I can actually do? Is this something that's even an option? Is there a chapter for this organization on my yard or on my potential yard? Because it's not your yard yet. Is the chapter comprised of people that I feel that I can genuinely be friends with? Do I see myself in the people who are already in this chapter? These are important questions that you need to ask, because your chapter is your direct association with the organization as a whole, okay? Your chapter is your everything as far as the organization is considered, because that's your family. Like, that's your little piece of this big, huge, amazing organization. So now that you know a little bit more about the history of Black Greek letter organizations, the NPHC, the Divine 9, whatever you would like to call it, let me tell you a little bit why I cannot understand or tolerate, stomach, accept, none of that. Public denouncers and people who didn't finish their process and talk about it on public platforms. And I wrote it down, so I hope you guys don't think that it's disingenuous just because I'm looking at my paper, but I wrote specific things down so that I would stick specifically to them. My issue with public denouncers is you literally took an oath and signed a sacred something saying that this is your pledge to this organization for the rest of your life. That means something to the rest of us. And it obviously didn't mean anything to you, but it's just disrespectful when you publicly denounce. You don't have to be an active member in the organization if you do not want to. Being an active member of the organization actually comes with a list of things that you have to do. And that's outside of undergrad. That's to be an active member as a regular adult. Like, there's a list of things that you have to make sure you're doing in order to have that status in the first place. So just don't do them if you don't want to be a part of this organization anymore. But public denouncement, or whatever it's called, all it does is spread confusion and groupthink to something that has such a rich history. Something that you wanted, you know? Like, that's like bashing an ex once y'all break up. Yeah, everyone can do it, but it actually shows more about you than it does about your ex. So my other issue with denouncers is that they always show themselves to have been the people who had no idea what they were doing, no idea why they were doing it. That's not enough. You have to have a genuine passion and a genuine love and respect for the organization in order to really even see the purpose of being in it. Like, I just don't understand. People only tell one side of a full experience. People use things that they don't know about as slander. So at the base of it, there's no respect. You have no right. They don't put anything in context. They had a sense of entitlement going into it. And again, disrespectful. Disrespectful to the founders, disrespectful to the people who are currently in it, just all around disrespectful. Like, it's disrespectful to publicly denounce or shame a Black Greek letter organization. It is, period. So guess what? These are some of the things that you need to know and understand if you are interested in Black Greek letter organizations, or you are thinking about publicly denouncing your organization, or you just never got to make it into the organization. Here's a list of things that I want you to remember, okay? Number one, first and foremost, nothing's owed to you. So if you didn't make it into the organization, You didn't make it into the organization. And that's not to be a bitch, but that's just to say everything isn't for everyone. Literally everything is not for everyone. Everyone's not going to make it into the 1K gang on YouTube. Everyone's not going to have 10,000 followers on Instagram. Everybody don't even got a Sam's Club membership. And you sitting here talking about entitlement? You feel like you already were owed it? Like, that doesn't make any sense. No, nothing is owed to you, period. There is a rich, amazing, inspiring history behind each and every sorority and fraternity in the Divine Nine. And people will tell you all the time, oh my God, they're a cult. They don't believe in God, blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? Hate to break it to you, but that's not true. It's not true. That is what we call groupthink and disappointment. If you are so lucky to make it into one of these organizations, you'll understand. Like, it's amazing. It really is amazing. Greek life is hard work. Greek life is hard work.
Greek life is hard work.
So getting into the organization is going to be work. Period. Okay? It is. Nothing worth having comes easy. Our networking capabilities are actually real. Okay? They're real. Don't let people lie to you. You come up out of your undergraduate campus and you're Greek in the Divine Nine. You have so many opportunities. You have so many opportunities that you don't even know what opportunities you have. And it's because somebody's going to be able to say, oh my God, my sister, my brother, my this, my that. You know, and it doesn't even have to be organization to organization help. It's cross-organization help. And it's amazing. It's a network. Greek life is one of the best things that can happen to you as long as you chose the right organization and chose the right chapter. If you didn't, you'll be screwed. And I'm not going to lie to you. You'll be fucked. Fuck the fuck up if you choose the wrong organization and the wrong chapter. Don't know what to tell you. Throw the whole thing away. Don't publicly denounce, but don't say I didn't tell you so either. The last 3 things I want to leave you guys with are, you are your own person, which means you are responsible for you. Sometimes we can project our own insecurities onto others. That's something that happens in life. But especially in this situation, I feel like a lot of times I watch these videos of people who have denounced, and I just hear a lot of self-hate being projected on people that were in the chapter or the people that are in the organization now. You know, I feel like it's a lot of projection that's going on, and it's like, come on, cut it out, cut it out, cut it out. The second thing I want to leave you guys with is that entitlement will get you nowhere. I'm not going to touch on that. It just is. Entitlement will get you nowhere. And number 3, if you don't know yourself, save yourself. If you don't know who you are, then you don't know which organization you want to choose. And you don't know if you're going to fit in the chapter or not. You don't know. If you do not know yourself, save yourself. And take some more time to research. Take some more time to get to know people in the chapter. Take some more time to get to know yourself. But we need individuals who have a sense of identity to help continue to foster and carry out the mission of our organizations. It all is cyclical. It works together. It works together. So honestly, that is the end of my video. I know I sounded angry through most of it. It's just because I get really passionate about this topic, because I'm very passionate about my organization, the NPHC. I think that it's something that is taking a kind of a turn. The older I get, I'm realizing that the quality of it, the authenticity of it, all of that is just kind of dwindling, and I think it's because the wrong people are joining our organization. So if you are in high school, middle school, or college, and you're watching this video and you have not already expressed interest, please do your research. Please take everything I said to heart. Obviously, take certain parts of it with a grain of salt if it doesn't apply to you. And honestly, just do your best. You will be an amazing addition to our organizations, an amazing addition to the NPHC. Have a 5-year goal for what you want to do in the organization. Just get excited about it, because it's still a very, very exciting thing. Don't let people's denouncing and bashing turn you off from something that has such an illustrious history, you know? So that being said, like, comment, share with your friends. Don't come for me in the comments, because I'm going to come for that ass back. And I love y'all. Mwah. Bye.